Have you ever wondered why two souls, often from different backgrounds and journeys, are mysteriously drawn together in marriage? Why is it that some couples share a natural harmony, while others seem locked in endless struggle? Is it all just chance, or could there be a deeper spiritual law guiding these unions? When we look closely, it becomes clear that relationships, especially marriage, are not accidents of fate. They are threads woven by the unseen hand of karma, carrying forward impressions and lessons from past lives. Paramahansa Yogananda, one of the greatest spiritual masters of the modern age, often explained that the soul is eternal. We are not just living this one life, we are traveling through countless incarnations, carrying with us the seeds of past actions, desires, and unfinished stories. These seeds blossom as experiences in our present life. In this grand design, the people we meet, and especially the partners we marry, are part of a divine arrangement meant to help us evolve. Think about it. That instant recognition when you first meet someone, the deep bond that cannot be explained by reason, or even the friction that keeps returning again and again, these are signs of past life connections. The soul remembers what the mind has forgotten. Marriage is one of the most powerful ways in which these karmic ties are played out. Sometimes it is to continue a love story, sometimes to heal an old wound, and often to learn virtues like patience, forgiveness, and compassion. So, when we ask, why did I meet this person? Why am I with them? The answer lies not only in this lifetime, but in the long journey of the soul. Marriage is not random, it is karma calling us to learn, to love, and to grow. Dear seeker, before we can understand how karma shapes marriage, we must first understand the nature of the soul. Paramahansa Yogananda often reminded us, you are not this body, you are not even this restless mind, you are the soul, eternal, ever conscious, ever new joy. The body comes and goes, the mind changes with time, but the soul continues its journey from one lifetime to another. Just as a traveler changes clothes, the soul changes bodies, carrying with it the invisible luggage of karma. This karma is nothing but the stored record of all our actions, desires, thoughts, and intentions from the past. Every loving act plants a seed of harmony, and every unkind act plants a seed of disharmony. Sooner or later, these seeds sprout, and we meet them again as experiences in our life. Now, what does this mean for our relationships? It means that the people we meet, especially those closest to us, are not random companions. They are souls we have walked with before. Some come to us to continue a bond of love and support. Others return because there are unresolved depths, lessons of forgiveness, patience, or understanding waiting to be learned. Marriage, then, is not just a social agreement or a meeting of two personalities. It is part of the soul's eternal journey. The partners we attract are reflections of our past karma and also mirrors to our present growth. This is why Yogananda said that life itself is a school and every relationship is a classroom. When we look at marriage through this lens, we no longer see it as chance. Instead, we recognize it as a sacred appointment, designed by divine law, to help two souls evolve together on their timeless journey back to God. Dear friend, one of the greatest mysteries of life is this: why do we meet certain people in such powerful and life-changing ways? Yogananda explained that behind every meeting there is a hidden law, the law of karma. Just as a magnet draws iron filings to itself, our soul's vibrations, shaped by past actions, desires, and unfinished lessons, draw certain souls into our lives. This is why some connections feel instant, intense, and unforgettable. Sometimes marriage unites two souls who have shared a bond of love in the past. When you meet someone and feel as though you have known them forever, that may be the memory of past lifetimes of companionship. Such unions bring a natural harmony and a sense of comfort, as though two old friends have found each other once again. At other times, the meeting is not about love fulfilled but about healing wounds. Perhaps in a past life there was betrayal, misunderstanding, or hurt. The soul, in its wisdom, arranges to meet the same person again, not for revenge, but for forgiveness and balance. The conflict that sometimes appears in marriage is not punishment, it is an opportunity to heal what was left unresolved before. Often, relationships are a mixture of both love and karma intertwined. We are drawn by affection, yet challenged by hidden lessons that rise to the surface. Seen from the higher view, this is not a mistake. It is divine intelligence arranging the right circumstances for the soul's growth. So, the people who become our life partners are never random. They are the very souls whose presence helps us to evolve. Each meeting, whether joyful or difficult, is a step on the long journey of love, forgiveness, and self-discovery. Dear seeker, marriage is often seen only as a bond of love, companionship, or responsibility. But Paramahansa Yogananda taught us to see it in a deeper way, as one of the most important training grounds for the soul. Life itself is a school, and every relationship is a classroom. Marriage, in particular, is one of the most advanced classrooms where the lessons are constant, personal, and deeply transformative. Think for a moment. In marriage, two individuals come together with their own histories, desires, habits, and expectations. This naturally brings moments of harmony, but also moments of conflict. It is in these very moments that the soul is tested. We are asked to develop patience when differences arise, compassion when our partner struggles, and forgiveness when words or actions cause pain. Marriage is also a training ground for selflessness. Often, one must put aside personal desires to care for the well-being of the other. Through this, the ego slowly softens, and the heart learns generosity. Yogananda said that true marriage should not be based only on physical attraction or emotional comfort, but on a higher purpose, to help each other seek God and grow in soul qualities. When two people approach marriage as a spiritual partnership, it becomes a holy bond. Every challenge turns into a stepping stone, every sacrifice becomes an offering, and every act of kindness becomes a prayer. Even difficulties are transformed, because they are seen not as obstacles, but as lessons designed for growth. So, instead of asking, "Why is marriage so hard?" we can ask, "What is this experience teaching my soul?" With this shift of awareness, marriage ceases to be just a worldly arrangement and becomes a sacred journey, an opportunity to evolve together toward divine love. Dear friend, one of the greatest confusions in life is knowing whether what we feel in a relationship is true love or simply karmic attraction. Yogananda explained that not every intense feeling between two people is divine love. Often, what we call love at first sight is really the pull of past karma, the unfinished story of two souls meeting again. Karmic attraction can be very powerful. You may feel drawn to someone with an intensity that seems beyond reason. The soul remembers a connection from the past, even though the conscious mind cannot recall it. But karmic attraction often comes with restlessness, drama, or emotional storms. It may bind you in cycles of desire, conflict, and dependence. Its purpose is not to imprison you, but to help you finish lessons of the past. Sometimes it demands forgiveness, sometimes it teaches patience, and sometimes it shows you the pain of clinging too tightly to another soul. True love, on the other hand, is very different. Yogananda described true love as a calm, uplifting, and freeing experience. In true love, you feel harmony beyond the ego, a joy that grows with kindness and respect, and a freedom that allows both souls to expand toward God. True love does not create bondage, it awakens strength, wisdom, and compassion. It is not about taking, but about giving. So how can we tell the difference? The test is simple. Karmic attraction often brings turbulence and attachment, while true love brings peace and upliftment. If a bond helps you grow in selflessness, if it deepens your compassion, and if it inspires your soul to seek higher truths, then that love is a reflection of the divine. Dear seeker, one of the most puzzling questions in life is this: why do some marriages flow with ease and joy, while others seem filled with struggle and pain? Yogananda explained that the answer lies in karma. Every soul carries the results of its past actions, and these karmic impressions determine the kind of relationships we experience in this life. A happy marriage is not an accident. It is the fruit of harmony created in past lives. When two souls have helped, supported, and uplifted each other before, they are drawn together again, and their union feels natural, peaceful, and full of mutual respect. Such marriages bring comfort, joy, and encouragement. They are like gentle rivers, carrying both partners smoothly forward on the journey of life. But sometimes, marriage feels more like fire than water. This is because two souls may have unfinished debts from the past. Perhaps there was betrayal, misunderstanding, or neglect. In this life, they meet again, not to suffer endlessly, but to bring balance, to forgive, and to learn patience and compassion. These marriages can be difficult, yet their deeper purpose is purification. The very challenges that seem painful are shaping the soul, burning away ego, pride, and selfishness, just as fire refines gold. It is important to remember that difficulty in marriage is not punishment. Divine law is never cruel. Every trial is designed with love, to teach the lessons that will set the soul free. If we approach painful relationships with awareness, we can transform them into stepping stones of growth. In truth, whether a marriage is easy or hard, both are opportunities for spiritual progress, drawing us closer to divine love and inner freedom. Dear friend, by now we understand that marriage and relationships are shaped by karma, by the echoes of past lives. But Yogananda reminded us that karma is not a prison. The soul is always free to rise above old patterns through awareness and spiritual practice. The purpose of relationships is not to remain trapped in endless cycles, but to learn the lessons they bring and move closer to liberation. So, how can we transcend these karmic bonds? The first step is meditation. When we turn inward and touch the stillness of the soul, we begin to see ourselves and others beyond the mask of personality. In meditation, resentment fades and compassion grows naturally, because we realize that every soul is on its own journey toward God. The second step is forgiveness. Nothing frees us more than letting go of old grudges. When we forgive our partner, we release heavy chains that tie both souls to suffering. Forgiveness does not mean weakness, it is the highest form of strength because it dissolves the very roots of negative karma. The third step is selfless love. Instead of asking, "What can I gain from this relationship?" we learn to ask, "How can I serve? How can I uplift?" When love is offered without demand, it transforms even the most difficult union into a path of growth. And above all, Yogananda taught devotion to God. When two partners remember that their true beloved is the divine, their marriage becomes a sacred partnership. Each act of kindness becomes worship, each challenge becomes prayer. In this way, karma is no longer a burden but a teacher. Relationships are no longer prisons but stepping stones. And marriage becomes what it was meant to be, a holy journey of two souls helping each other return to God. Dear seeker, as we reach the end of this journey together, let us pause and reflect. We have seen how marriage is not simply a matter of chance, but a sacred appointment arranged by the law of karma. The partner you walk with in this life is not random, but a soul with whom you share deep connections from the past, connections of love, lessons, and unfinished stories. Some unions flow with harmony, while others test us through challenges, but all are meant to help the soul grow. When approached with patience, forgiveness, and devotion, every relationship can become a doorway to higher love. Yogananda reminded us again and again, the true purpose of all relationships is to guide us back to God. If we can see our partner not only as husband or wife, but as a fellow soul on the same path to the divine, then marriage transforms into a spiritual partnership. Each act of kindness, each moment of understanding, each prayer for one another, these are not small things, but powerful steps toward liberation. Now, I would love to hear from you. What part of this message touched your heart the most? Share your reflections in the comments. Or, if you simply wish to offer your devotion, Type Jai Gurudev as a reminder that we are all children of the same Divine Father. And tell me, dear soul, what topic would you like me to speak on in the next video? Your guidance will help shape the wisdom we explore together. Thank you for walking this path with me today. May love, patience, and divine light guide all of your relationships. Until we meet again, keep the flame of truth alive in your heart. Jai Gurudev.